Morning students, we are reading this chapter. This is our very chapter, People at Work. I have given you this activity. I hope that you have done this activity in your book with the help of your parents if you're not able to get it. So we have started our this play. We have done it till here, where this play there are many characters, but the mains one are Mr. Higgins and Tom. Tom is working as a new assistant at a shop, at an antique piece shop, and he has been introduced to the work by the owner, Mr. Higgins. Mr. Higgins is telling him about his work, that how he can perform very good. So now what Tom says, I see, what price will you get for it? So now Mr. Higgins is telling him that how you cannot make mistakes while you are buying or selling the antique pieces. So then Tom asked that what price will you get for it? That he's showing him what he was showing him, he was showing him a silver pot. So he's telling him that what price you can get for the silver pot. So then what Mr. Higgins says, Mrs. Higgins says, perhaps 8 pounds, so I will lose 2 pounds, but look at the picture over here. He points to a picture. So what what does means? It means that Mr. Higgins has bought that silver pot in 10 pounds. So he said that that I know that I have bought it at a very high rate. It was expensive for me and it was not worth of 10 pounds. So I can I can sell it for 8 pounds, and I will have the loss of 2 pounds. I will lose my 2 pounds. But look at the picture. He is showing him another picture. He said that, look at the picture over there. He points to a picture. There was a picture here. This is the picture. So Tom says, the big one near the window. Tom was also pointing at that picture. He was where that picture was hanging. It was hanging near the window. He said that big picture, and that was near the window. Mr. Higgins says, that's the one. So he said, yes, that is the one about which I am talking. So I paid 15 pounds for it. So now Mr. Higgins is telling him that he had paid 15 pounds for that picture, but he said that, but I will sell this. I can sell this picture in 25 pounds. So I can easily sell it 25 pounds. You all know that what these shopkeepers do. They all just buy lots of stuff, lots of material for their shop in a bulk. Bulk means in a large number of amount, and because of that they have a profit on that, and they buy those things on lesser amount and they sell it on a double amount, or they had a profit out of it. So they do these kinds of things, okay, because we are not going to buy everything on bulk. We will buy one piece of picture or two, but when they just go to the shops, to big shops or to the raw product shops. What they do there, they just buy these all pictures which you get from the shopkeepers in a bulk, in a large amount, and because that they are getting these things in a large amount, they have to pay less for that. So he says that I can sell this one picture in 25 pounds. And then Tom says, a profit of 10 pounds, that's quite good. Now Tom was very much impressed that you are going to make the profit of 10 pounds from this picture. This is very good. He was very much impressed by his owner. Mr. Higgins says, yes, it is not bad, but remember, a few things in the shop are worth 100 pounds only. He says that Mr. Higgins says that, yes, it is not so bad that I can get 10 pounds profit from this picture, but you have to remember one thing, that there are so many things in this shop that are worth means that are equal to 100 pounds also, that you can find in this shop some of the things which are equal to the price of 100 pounds also. So you should take care of the price of every picture and everything here, and you should know the actual price of everything here. So now Tom says, but how can I know the price? I can't be sure. So Tom is saying that how would I know the price of everything here, that I do not know that this picture will be of this amount and that picture will be of that amount, that I should never be knowing the price. So then what will I do? What should I do at that time? So then Mr. Higgins says that I have thought of it. I have marked the price in a very small number. You can try to get a bigger price. The customer won't see the number. So he has written numbers like this here, So Mr. Higgins, what he says that, I have thought of everything. That I know that what difficulties you are about to face when you are going to sell these kinds of things, because you are new. So what he's saying that, I have already written the price, the amount of price of everything in a very small numbers on that thing. For example, he has written the actual amount of this picture in a very small amount here. So he said, you can easily get the bigger price for it, and the customer won't see the number, and customer are not able to see the number of the amount, so you can easily sell these things. So Tom says, I am beginning to understand. Now Tom is saying that, I am getting the things. Now I am starting to understand everything, that how I can sell these things in a better amount, how I can earn a profit out of it. So he says that, I am easily getting the things. So Mr. Higgins says, for example, I have marked the price at the back of the picture, £25, and I have marked it under this pot. Pick it up and have a look. So he's giving him example that, where he has written the amount, where he's written the numbers of amount. He says that, for example, I have marked the price at the back of the picture. For example, he's telling him the example that, for example, I have marked the price of this picture here. He has marked here the picture, the price of the picture for Tom, so that he can easily know the price of the picture, and he can buy little more amount from the those. He can have little more amount from the customers. So he says, this picture is of £25, and I have marked it under the pot. So he can, in the same way I have done with the pots also. Here are the pots. So I have written the number of amount under the pot. Okay, you can pick it up and have a look. So he says, just pick the pot and have a look at the price. So he is just telling him that how you are going to look up at the price, and how you are going to bargain with your customers, how you are going to tell them the amount, the price of every thing here. So Tom says, picking up the silver pot, yes, here's the price, £8, but I can try to sell it for 9. So he just picked up a silver pot from there, and he says that yes, here is price written, that I have found where you have written the price, and it is of £8. So now I can try to get £9 from the customer. So the actual amount of the pot is, actual price of the pot is £8, but shopkeepers also have to make their profits. Okay, so what they did, they just sell those things on a little expensive rate. So he says that I can get £9 easily from the customer, so I can try to sell it in £9, because now he is able to know the actual price of a thing. Mr. Higgins says, that's the right idea. You're learning quickly. Yes, ask for £9 and perhaps you will get 8. That's business. So he says that, Mr. Higgins, that now that's a right idea. You have done well. You have done good. So, you are learning very quickly. You are very smart. You are very active. You are learning quickly. You are learning the things very quickly. And yes, you can ask for £9 if the customer is not satisfied with £9, but for sure you are going to get £8. So you will get the £8 for sure. You would not lose any of your pound. You will have the profit out of it. If you are not having a profit, you won't have the loss out of it, if you really know the actual price of that thing. Okay, Tom says, but perhaps the customer will only offer 6. But he says that, but happens if that, perhaps maybe the customer is asking me to sell this pot in 6, in just £6. He's not able to give £8. He really do not want to give £8 of that pot. What if he asked me for to sell this pot in £6? So what I will do? Mr. Higgins says, that's not enough, but he may buy 2 or 3 things, and then you can sell it for 6. Do you understand the idea? He says now and then, Mr. Higgins is telling him that, that is not a good idea. You cannot sell a pot of £9 worth £9. You cannot sell it in £6, or you cannot sell it less than that. But if that customer is going to buy 2 or more 3 things, then you can sell it in £6. Then you can compensate your price in some other things. So you can compensate him. Then you can sell this pot in £6. Then so what happens? Sometimes what happens? They just make profit. If you are going to get one thing, and for example, a shopkeeper is selling this one thing. For example, you are going to buy a chocolate. He is selling this chocolate in 10 rupees, but you really want to get it from 6. So he won't be able to give you this chocolate at 6. But if you are going to get more things from his shop, if you are going to buy 2 or more things, for example, a cold drink or a chips or something like that, So maybe he can give you that chocolate in 6, but he will be compensating his amount, he will be taking his profit from your other things. He could raise the price of your chips or raise the price of your cold drink, so he will balance his profit there. Okay, he will take out his profit anyhow. So that Mr. Higgins is also teaching him that thing, that you can do it right now. Okay, so Tom says, yes, I must not lose money. So Tom is saying that yes, whatever happened, whatever I have to do, I must not lose money. I could not lose money. He's saying this. So read your chapter till here and read it carefully. The rest we will read in our next chapter.